Following the McDonald stop, Mayweather's team continued making their way through the city, but the attention never seemed to fade. At nearly every traffic light and intersection, fans recognized the champion and rushed to get a closer look. People rolled down their car windows, waving and shouting messages of support. Some congratulated him on the victory, while others simply wanted to say they had seen Floyd Mayweather in person. It was the kind of reaction most athletes only dream about. What made the scene even more remarkable was how comfortable Mayweather appeared with the constant attention. Rather than showing frustration, he treated the situation as part of everyday life. Years in the spotlight had prepared him for moments exactly like this. Members of his entourage laughed as they watched crowds gather wherever the convoy stopped. For them, it was nothing new. They had seen firsthand how Floyd's presence could instantly transform an ordinary location into a major attraction. The champion's popularity wasn't built solely on his undefeated record. Throughout his career, Mayweather mastered the art of keeping people interested. Whether fans loved him or rooted against him, everyone wanted to watch what he would do next. That ability to command attention helped make him one of the biggest attractions in sports history. Every appearance, interview, and public outing generated conversation. Even a late-night trip for fast food became a story that people couldn't stop talking about. As the night continued, discussions naturally turned back to the fight. Members of Floyd's team praised his performance and talked about the strategy that led to another impressive victory. They believed the win had once again proven why he was operating on a different level from most fighters of his era. Meanwhile, fans across social media were already sharing photos and videos from the McDonald's visit. Within hours, clips of the crowd surrounding Mayweather began spreading online, attracting thousands of views and comments. Many viewers were surprised by the size of the crowd. Others pointed to the footage as evidence of just how massive Floyd's celebrity status had become. Few athletes could create that kind of excitement simply by stopping for food. The situation also highlighted one of the challenges that comes with worldwide fame. While success brings opportunities and rewards, it can also make privacy almost impossible. For Mayweather, even the most routine activities often became public events. Yet if the attention bothered him, he didn't show it. Throughout the night, he remained confident, smiling and interacting with supporters whenever possible. It was clear that he understood the connection he had built with fans over the years. As conversations continued, stories emerged from people who had traveled significant distances just to attend the fight. Meeting Mayweather afterward, even briefly, became the perfect ending to an unforgettable night. For those lucky enough to be there, the memory would last forever. They hadn't just witnessed a champion celebrating a victory, they had seen firsthand what life looked like for one of boxing's biggest superstars. By the time the evening finally came to a close, one thing was undeniable. Mayweather's influence extended far beyond the ropes of a boxing ring. His name alone was enough to draw crowds, create headlines, and turn ordinary moments into memorable events. The victory over Canelo had already given fans plenty to discuss. But Floyd's unexpected McDonald's visit added another layer to the story, creating a post-fight moment that people would remember almost as much as the action inside the ring itself. And as the champion disappeared into the night with his team, the crowd slowly dispersed, still talking about what they had just experienced. For Floyd Mayweather, it was another reminder that being one of the most famous athletes in the world meant there was no such thing as an ordinary trip anywhere. Every stop became an event, every appearance became a spectacle, and every moment became part of the legend. As news of the McDonald's visit continued to spread, media crews and fans alike began sharing their own perspectives on the unforgettable scene. What started as a quick food stop had turned into one of the most talked-about moments of the night outside the fight itself. People who were present described the atmosphere as electric. The moment word spread that Mayweather was nearby, excitement rushed through the crowd. Fans abandoned what they were doing and headed toward the parking lot, hoping to catch a glimpse of the undefeated champion. Some supporters managed to snap photos, while others simply stood back and watched in disbelief. For many, it was their first time seeing Mayweather in person, and they weren't about to let the opportunity pass by. As footage continued circulating online, viewers noticed how relaxed Floyd appeared despite the chaos surrounding him. While security remained alert, Mayweather carried himself with the confidence of someone who had experienced these situations countless times before. One fan could be heard telling friends that they came for a burger and ended up meeting one of boxing's greatest fighters. Moments like that helped make the encounter feel larger than life. The event also showcased the unique relationship between Mayweather and the public. Throughout his career, he cultivated an image that attracted attention wherever he went. Whether through his accomplishments, his lifestyle, or his personality, people always seemed interested in what he was doing. Even years into his reign as one of boxing's biggest stars, the fascination hadn't faded. If anything, moments like this proved that his popularity remained stronger than ever. Members of his team joked that there was probably no place on earth where Floyd could go unnoticed. Restaurants, shopping malls, airports, and even gas stations often became gathering points whenever he appeared. As the conversation continued inside the convoy, team members reflected on how dramatically life had changed since the early days of his career. Back then, a trip to a fast food restaurant was just a trip to a fast food restaurant. Now, it was a headline. After grabbing his food, Mayweather remained surrounded by fans who refused to leave without getting a closer look at the boxing superstar. The crowd pressed in from every direction, with cell phones raised high as people tried to capture the moment. Security formed a tight circle around Floyd as he slowly moved back toward his vehicle. Despite the hectic scene, he stayed calm and continued acknowledging supporters who had gathered to celebrate with him. Several fans shouted that they had watched the fight live and wanted to congratulate him in person. Mayweather thanked them and appeared genuinely amused by the unexpected turnout at a simple fast food stop. The scene served as another reminder of the incredible popularity Floyd enjoyed at the height of his career. Few athletes could attract such a large crowd simply by pulling into a McDonald's parking lot. As he prepared to leave, Mayweather looked around at the packed crowd and shook his head with a smile. It was clear that even the smallest outing could become a public spectacle when one of boxing's most recognizable figures was involved. The undefeated champion eventually climbed back into his vehicle while fans continued cheering and calling his name. His convoy slowly pulled away, ending a memorable celebration that started with a victory in the ring and continued with an unforgettable stop for burgers and fries. For Mayweather, it was just another day in the spotlight, proof that fame follows him everywhere, whether he's headlining a mega fight or simply trying to enjoy a meal after a big win. As the convoy rolled out of the parking lot, fans chased alongside the vehicles for a few final seconds, hoping to get one last wave from Mayweather. The excitement showed no signs of slowing down, even though the fight was already over and the celebration was winding down. Inside the cars, Floyd appeared relaxed, laughing with members of his team as they reflected on another successful night. The victory over Canelo had once again demonstrated why many considered him the smartest fighter of his generation. Back at the restaurant, fans continued talking about the unexpected encounter. Some couldn't believe they had just seen one of boxing's biggest names ordering food like anyone else. Others were still replaying the moment Mayweather joked that he can't go nowhere. For Floyd, moments like these had become routine. Whether attending major events, shopping, or making a quick stop for a meal,